only get one shot.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got Pat Surtain, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Bears and the Packers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Good footwork at the 30. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On second down now, it's Lawrence, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. On third down, Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Here comes the Bears punter now. Deontay Hardy back deep. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. On 1st down, it's Lawrence.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year. An open week coming up.
He's got a man. Complete. A big connection on that one. And even 60 yards. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Play action. It's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. There is something to a game plan, trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards.
Here we go.
Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard paces,
he's got a man complete.
Hey, we're good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield now, Burrow. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Jalen Waddle.
39 yards.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
First connection of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. Rodgers going to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They're running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he stopped immediately there.
Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him, and right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago! As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. So we reach halftime.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Lawrence.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. First down, here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Parker from 21 yards away.
And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Rodgers will throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Here we go. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Burrow. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Lawrence.
He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Lawrence. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Lawrence, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there, with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Packers offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers now on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note.
I hope that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bears are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain it.
Under pressure, they got him again. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Rodgers again now. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 17, Rodgers. And now here is another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a 6th Bears touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Fielded just inside the 30.
Charles, a lot of happy faces